Stand by, shore party. Decontamination.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
Because, like, I get that the game was out in 2007, but there are people who are new to this game. There are people who have never seen it, don't know the story, and I won't speak things out loud that potentially ruins it for those people.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Yes, do it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Embrace eternity.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw, you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh, I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
It didn't tire me out.
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
You sure it was the joining? I feel fine.
Your role in our communion is passive. I am the one who must submerge myself in your mind, drown myself in your thoughts. It is more difficult than it looks. The human subconscious instinctively resists the joining, Commander. A strong personality like yours makes it even harder.
Oh, you flatter me.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Commander,
Yeah.
you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah. Probably should. Sawensky, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate it. It's like, it came in like right as Joker said something, so I was like, huh? Wait, Trainer's not in this game, huh? Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Says, thank you for not giving out spoilers, Charlie. Much appreciated. I just hope folks can keep them out of chat. Yeah, please do. I actually don't have the no spoilers tag on the stream. I don't have the command in chat either. I'll make amends. I'll make modifications to that in the future, for sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogenia should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Good. Good. You go ahead and wait all day. Tell me I have... I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Okay, time to talk to our squad. I like to talk to... So it kind of depends on the game. In this game, I like to talk to Joker first. in later games, I actually talk to him last. So it's a little bit kind of depends. But I usually talk to Joker every single time, too. I don't know how much he actually has to say in this game compared to others, though.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
I think that actually is everything.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
I can see what.
We've already
Top of my class
we've
in
already
flight
seen
school,
this.
I earned. Even put the Normandy in my hands, and I'll make her dance for you.
Yeah, we already
have to
saw
go.
this. He doesn't have much to say yet. I think it's not until you get after the next story point where he has something else to say. Really. I was never sure if talking to Joker mattered at all, and I don't think it matters. Matters consequentially for the narrative of the game until you get to 3. And then there is some element of matter. So I'm going to continue to lead Caden on. I'm not sure if we're going the Liara or Caden route, or maybe there is no romance option in this game. Not sure yet, but we'll keep talking to him. As Katie Cat says, the emo guy. Okay.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Personal crap. Not interested.
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
It's a personal observation, Caden.
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're if I have misread your interests.
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together, but, yeah. There's a lower deck rumor that she's, interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady. Not to my, tastes, but, I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
I don't. There's a definitive point where you can no longer pursue it, and I don't want to step on that boundary, but there's also a definitive point where you almost commit, and I don't want to step on that boundary either. Katie Cat, have a nice night. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy the rest of your enjoy your dinner. Do what? Huh? Do what?
I don't think you should be prying into my affairs.
There's my answer, then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
The chat doesn't like Caden very much, so I'm going to turn him down. How's that sound? Replenish the mini gel, and I'm going to go talk to Liara now.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
But we can do it and then let him... No chicken. No chicken. No chicken. Quit it. Quit it, chicken.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
No, I was
Actually,
talking about my
I was
interest in
talking
you.
about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first
Lucky.
I thought that was a weakness of your species.
150.
After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want.
America.
It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
Sad, have a wonderful night, man. Thanks for coming out.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
She says that sentence differently if you're male Shepard. It's a kind of an interesting inflection difference. In this sense, she's like, to understand what made you the woman you are. But if you're a male Shepard, she says, what made you into the man you are. there's a distinct difference in how she says it if you're a male Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
But you're female! So, like, again, it's like this, this weird... There's, within the coding of the game, there's this... You have to tiptoe around dialogue options if you want to keep your options open. If you want to commit to a specific relationship in this game, then there's a clear path that's very easy to see. But if you don't want to have any relationships at all, then you sort of have to, you just gotta tiptoe around saying yes to anyone, really. But if you end up having dialogue between the two of them, and you end up leading them both on, something else can happen. So, yeah. So, like, again, I don't care which way we go in terms of, like, romance options in 1. I'm pretty sure our ultimate romance option for the rest of the trilogy, if you will be Garrus. That's where I wanted to go with this run anyway. But you can't romance Garrus in 1. And it's not a big deal if you like romance someone else in 1. Liara is the least consequential in 1, but there's some interesting dialogue options there's some interesting dialogue between her and Liara if they were romanced in this one too. But I'm just gonna say it's not serious for now.
The lieutenant and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake then.
So that right there.
I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Prompts this. And that right there prompts this, and then this is sort of like, this is the I have to answer the question, and based on the answer, it either closes me out entirely, locks me in, or keeps me neutral, which ultimately locks me out as well. So I'm gonna let chat decide, because I think that's an okay way to do it. All right, so it looks to me, based on a vote of 72% to 28%, the chat has voted. We've decided that we are going to embrace eternity. Isn't that nice?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you?
Spectre status recognized.
We have only known each other a short time. We are from 2 different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Playbear Gaming, thank you for the 25 months of support. I appreciate you, man. How are you? Twitch Prime. By the way, anyone who's watching, if you have Amazon Prime, or your parents have Amazon Prime, or your grandparents, or your cousins, nephews, brother, sister, whoever, anyone has Amazon Prime and they're not using Twitch, you can connect your Twitch account to their Amazon account. It's a very seamless, very fast thing to do. You don't need to know their financial records or anything like that. You don't have to have any access at all, aside from a quick login. And you can get a free subscription to one streamer every month on Twitch. Gets you ad-free viewing, access to new emotes, etc. Whether it's me or someone else, that's value built into the paid Amazon subscription that is being wasted if it's not being used. So if you have Amazon Prime, if you don't have Twitch Prime, get those two things connected and start using those every month on somebody, because you can support streamers that you like and it doesn't cost you anything extra.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Nothing
I
else.
should go.
Goodbye.
That's all I'm
Shepard.
here for. So I basically just told Liara that I got the hots for her. That's good. Because, you know, it's all, you know, true and whatnot, so. There you go. Quick elevator ride down. We're obviously talking to everybody else. And again, in Mass Effect 2 and 3, we're going more of a Garrus route. So, like, I've already kind of announced that, but the game does not allow you to romance Garrus in Mass Effect 1, so there won't be any of that this one through.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
You could run a rerun of the previous stream at your normal time. Just a thought. Right, because... yeah, because the stream moving 5 hours later... unless the stream... I mean... so that all the European people can hang out. I mean, it's an idea. But if I started it... I'd have to start it at like 10. Like, I had to start it 2 hours earlier if I was going to do reruns like that. So that it would be finished for me to actually start. Because if I'm running 6 hours and you know what I mean? Like, it's going to overlap my start point. And I mean, you can always watch the VODs, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
You got quads, man.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
You got new side quests. Go track down the organ harvester. What's up, Rex?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
Is no one really bothered that they use low resolution of Garrus's face? Yeah, he has probably the lowest resolution face in the whole freaking series. Obviously, it's all fixed later, but they never bothered to fix it for the PC version of this game. Nope.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
All right, Ashley, and then everyone's favorite. Well, some of your favorite.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Yeah, so that is usually they saw Shepard in the news. He's cute. And then you could, that's where you go relationship with Ashley. Anyway, Caden,
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did.
Mike.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now. That's terrible.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Hey, Mandy.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Gosh, kid, can you stop stomping? Please? Stop stomping. Alright, let's go talk to Tally, I guess. We might as well hear from her and her flotilla and her pilgrimage. Just kidding.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
She's sad. Oh, you hear that? We should... Maybe she doesn't want to be on our ship anymore because she's all sad and stuff.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
I think that's all squad. Right, we didn't miss anybody, did we? I think I got everybody. What's our acquisitions officer have?
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
You got any upgrades? No, nothing. I don't have a whole lot of money. And I don't need guns, and that's pretty much all he sells. He might have some armor. Let me see. He might have something.
Looking for supplies?
Let's...
Does he have any, any light armor? Let's see. This is nice. This is really nice, actually. More shields. Way more damage protection. Scorpion 4. More shields and way more damage protection. I kind of like that. I might go ahead and do that. See the difference between the Scorpion 4 medium and light? Like, there's a lot more damage protection there and a lot more shields. But less tech and biotic protection, so maybe it's not that bad. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy this from him. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that from him. And then we can outfit, we can have the Scorpion armor here. All right, good. So this is even better for shields and stuff. I know it kind of removes the pink armor, but it's okay, because we can always give that. It's better than what Liara is currently wearing, I think, so we can always give it to her. We can only wear light, correct, yeah. We can't wear medium armor. Not unless we go Vanguard. Then we can have medium. But a lot of Vanguard strength revolves around getting in close and sort of blasting with a shotgun. And I'm not going to be doing anything with shotguns, so. Yeah. All right, then. Well, it is 5:56, guys. And that means it is near the end of our stream. I'm going to save it right here. And I think that kind of does it for me today. Remember, live streams will be starting on Monday. Live stream schedule begins at 5 p.m. Eastern time. The schedule is shifting 5 hours from where it normally is. I believe this is a temporary switch for probably the next 2 months or so, because I have to watch my son in the morning to give my wife time to work. So it's more of a family. I have to take care of my family. So starting on Monday, we'll be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern time and going till about 11 to potentially midnight on those days. So that's a shift. Tomorrow, we're still here noon. I'm going to say bye to YouTube first. I forgot I was recording. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for watching. If this is still posting, I have no idea. We'll see how well it does. Bye.